We're live here right now on TikTok, and now we're joining elsewhere: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Hello. Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. How's it going? It's a it's a rainy day here in Texas. That never happens in the summertime. So it's like a real chill, rainy day here at my house. So personally, I'm having like the easiest Monday ever. Knock on wood, it stays like that, right? Like, oh, but it's a pretty easy day. So, how are y'all? I know, I don't want to jinx it. I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little stitious. Do I have any Office fans with me today? Hi, Aaron. Over on Instagram, welcome. So y'all know I usually just eat my sandwich. Today I toasted it. I think the toasted sandwich was like the spice it needed. Aaron, our trip out to the Pacific Northwest was so good. Loved it out there. It's beautiful. Y'all are blessed in the area. So we did Portland for a few days. I think it's slowly coming back to, hey, get out of here. My dog is trying to get my lunch. They were starting to open things back up in Portland, but it was very quiet, which I appreciated, but I would have loved to have seen Portland in its like height, right? With like all the food. I was hearing it's a foodie town and but Portland was very quiet, very nice. And then the coast of Oregon is just like amazing. It's amazing. We had a place that was right on the ocean. So the water was cold. I didn't swim in it, but it was beautiful. Love it. We enjoyed in Portland the gardens. And then we really enjoyed, of course, the waterfall. But, okay, if you've never been Multnomah Falls, I hope I'm saying that right. Multnomah Falls. Like I didn't think it was going to be the spectacle that it was. There were so many people, which is awesome for many reasons, just unexpected that there were so many people out there. So, it was great to see people out and about. What's going on with y'all today? Some of my Doritos. You want some of my Doritos? I would share them, but I don't share my chips. I would give you some chips. I will share some of the bag. Is that what you want? Some of my Doritos? Rockaway Beach. Aaron, that's where we stayed. Yes, we love Rockaway Beach. Cannon Beach was great. We went out there for a day and, saw it, had dinner at a place right there on the beach. But our Airbnb was in Rockaway Beach, and that town it's great. Everyone should go to Rockaway Beach, Oregon. It's fabulous.
Don't tell them all about it.
Hi from Germany. Cool. Hello from Texas. Welcome. Melissa Joy, thank you for your post and your question. For 2 reasons. Great question. And I'm glad that you mentioned the HAES directory. So the HAES, HAES, Health at Every Size, is there's a directory. If you just put into Google HAES directory, you can search all kinds of different professionals, disciplines, doctors. I mean, professionals. Like there's counselors. Like sometimes some places have personal trainers, acupuncturists. I mean, like if you're a healer, right, and you work from a Health at Every Size, I don't know what to call it. Like if you're a Health at Every Size provider. A, join that directory. B, search that directory if you're looking for a professional. Now, your question, what happens if there are 0 there? Because there are many that aren't listed, and there aren't that many, right? So I think we need more. Maybe it's this, and this is harder. Is your doctor open to education and information? Could you be... Is it safe to advocate with this doctor and share a bit about the way that you believe, the way that you want to be treated, the way that you want to be interacted with? You can even get that information from the Health at Every Size website, right? They have pledges. You could take in the pledge to the doctor. You could say, here, doc, here's just kind of what this information is, and here's the way that I would like you to treat me. Here's a good place to start, and it's the pledge. And I think it's 4 or 5 sort of pledging this beliefs, principles about Health at Every Size. Would they be willing to read a book or read an article? Those things exist. Do you have a therapist? Do you have, somebody else on your team who can help educate the doctor? Certainly that's part of my job a lot. I have to call doctors. A lot of my work is educating doctors. I feel like early in my building of my private practice, I was talking and educating doctors and providers a lot to help them, know where and how and who to get people to where they needed to get for help. I was going to suggest also a virtual type situation. I just hesitate because depending on your state and where you live, there may not be anybody in state but if you find a doctor that you really like online, by searching that directory, reach out to them and see what they have. Or, who do they have a list of professionals that they recommend to use too? So that's another option, right? To reach out to the professional, maybe outside of your area, and ask what they suggest. Framework, health at every size. Yeah. That's a good word. I wanted to call it theory, but that's not right for many reasons. I thought belief, which is true, but it's more than just believing in something. There's a lot of science and research and evidence-based information that goes into health at every size. So it's not just a belief, but I do think it can be a belief system, right? So framework. I think framework is a really good way to say that. You're welcome. Hope that answer. I don't think it's easy to talk to our doctors and advocate with our doctors. Even I have a doctor that I love. I love my gynecologist, believe it or not. It took me my whole life to find this doctor, but I will follow her wherever she may go. Anyway, it's so even if you love your doctor, it's still hard to sometimes advocate with them. They are the experts. We trust them. We believe in them. We respect them. And yet we know ourselves better than anybody else. We live with ourselves, our pain, our thoughts, our emotions, our funk, right? So sometimes we have to really be bold and tell doctors, hey, here's what I want you to think about or consider, or here's what I need you to know. From Scotland. How cool. And thank you. Just wanted to say your content was part of what helped me reach out for recovery. It's hard to ask for help. It's hard to get help. And it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be so hard. You're right. Doctors don't want it. It's not easy. Getting help is not easy. I wish it was. I think that is... Y'all, I think that's part of the flaw of the healthcare system. I do. Our healthcare system is great. And also, it doesn't really always work. And this is one of those cases of that, right? Where it shouldn't be so hard to get help. It shouldn't be so hard to get treatment. It shouldn't be so expensive. There shouldn't be all these gosh, it's just so hard because of stigma. And I don't think I know the solution clearly. It's just the problem. I think what we need to have happen is it easier to have information, really this idea that you're a whole person with whole experiences, and that a doctor, person, healer can do their best job when they're able to know about all of you. And sometimes doctors are only getting, 1% of your story. And then having to fight and tell and advocate, that's where it gets hard, because you have to tell the rest of your story, and that's the hard part. Mm-hmm. It is getting better, but we have a long way to go with reducing weight stigma. You're right. Mm-hmm. And I think a solution for that is more representation, more diversity. Like, how can we just see more realistic looking bodies? Because listen, like, bodies of all shapes and sizes truly exist, and it's truly healthy, and it's truly okay, and it's truly fine. And if we just normalized that, that would ease a lot of pressure for a lot of people. Waiting 18 months for a consultation. I'm so sorry. That's terrible. I think that's one reason why I want to train therapists, and like, I want people to go be therapists, because, right, like, how can more people who know this information, get out and tell more people and treat more people? So I think, I just want to see more therapists have a health at every size framework that they're thinking from. Like, they're trauma informed is such a big deal in the field, because it is a big deal, and everybody is wanting to be trauma informed. Well, how about all therapists wanting to be health at every size informed, right? Like, imagine what that, like, gosh. So I want to train and teach, hopefully, and show other therapists to come and work from that place too. As I crunch my Doritos in your ear. It's quiet today. On my TikTok, I'm able to, like, share what the live is, I guess, like a headline. And I wrote, favorite chip? So I want to know, what's your favorite chip? What's your favorite kind of Dorito flavor? Because you said you don't mind it depending on the flavor. So mine are clearly, this is my favorite, but they're clearly the cheddar. Plain potato chips, cheddar and sour cream. Pickle. My partner also loves pickle chips. Salt and vinegar. Cool Ranch. Yes, kettle chips. Okay. Yeah, I've heard of kettle chips. They're good. Instagram, Facebook, anybody want to agree or disagree? My favorite chip? My favorite Dorito are Cool Ranch. I think my favorite chip might be cheddar and sour cream. Classic does go with everything. They are good. This is a great question. Tips on how to start intuitive eating. You just end up eating junk food, which is part of the process, okay? It is. It feels weird to give yourself permission to eat foods. And it feels really, really naughty and really, really uncomfortable. So that is definitely part of the process. So keep going, keep doing that. And a lot of the work is also really being able to tune into yourself and recognize I'm full, recognize, oh, my body wants to move. You know, I'm feeling, I don't know, like I want to, maybe I'm feeling stiff, or you're wanting, and so you're noticing how to slow down, or you're noticing when to move and how to move. You're noticing when you're full and how to, because you have permission to eat, that you can stop eating if you're full. So intuitive eating is like a 10 principles, and it's more about like how are you tuning in to yourself to recognize hunger, fullness, permission. I have a course where I teach on those 10 principles. I break it down and give you sort of like, here's how you can start this one, and here's how you can start working on this one. Because intuitive eating is a journey and it's a process, and it's not really something that you ever like check off and are like, okay, I'm now an intuitive eater and I don't have to ever think about it or deal with it or worry about it ever again. You're going to have to intuitively eat every day for the rest of your life. So this is how you can do that. How do you take these actions to incorporate these principles into your life every single day? I have that course. You get a video, you get worksheets, you get some fun affirmation cards, you get to join a really great supportive community. So check that out at recovery-academy.com in the store. And the name of that course, it should say AKA Intuitive Eating, but it is Stop Obsessing About How Your Body Looks is the course. If you join the community, every month I teach on these topics, right? Intuitive eating, eating disorder recovery. So there's new content, new videos and worksheets and things every month. That's a great option to get support and save if you are interested in learning about, staying like focused and learning about your recovery every month. recovery-academy.com. Lay's, garlic bread flavor, yum. Ooh, I need to change my bio to 12 Central then, huh? Sorry about that. Welcome. Yeah, I'm here in Texas, where I'm Central. And I need to get better with the time zone. It is a problem. Well, I'm really glad you're here. We've been talking about chips. Tennessee. I love Tennessee. It's almost 7 p.m. there. Okay, well, dinner time, maybe? Evening after dinner time? From the other room, my partner, it's always snack time. Agreed. You know that saying, it's 5 o'clock somewhere? It should say, it's snack time somewhere. You're making your own ramen bowls. Yes, we need to. I really like when we do those. I like it too. I feel like they aren't super complicated. Give me usually, like you get that savory, you get all the kind of good things you might want to feel in a meal. You can get all those things in it. It's like very satisfying. That's what I'm trying to say. Satisfying. All right, friends. Noodles. You can have veggies to it. Certainly your choice of meat, protein, your noodles. It's usually about the broth, I feel like. So friends, I'm going to go. I have to get ready for our support group that we have for folks who are in the Recovery Academy. We have, about an hour we kind of just hang out and get support for each other. So recovery-academy.com. I'll be back on Monday. So you're welcome. Glad you were here. I will see you all really soon. Bye.